Hi guys, this is Gloria reporting for Ifoma Edum. So guys, one of the news that has been everywhere since yesterday and the early hours of this morning is that Justice Ugo resigned from being part of the judges presiding over the presidential election petition tribunal. Yes, so according to the news, Justice Ugo said that siding with the government on the petitions challenging the election of Tinubu would be the death of Nigeria's democracy and that he could not, in good conscience, remain silent. He also said that he was asked to cripple the independence of the judiciary by ruling in favor of Tinubu and the ape. This news has been sparking reactions from obedient and Nigerians on the internet who kept on calling on Justice Ugo to come out and to verify the news. Is it really true that you are actually resigning from the election petition tribunal, or is it fake news? But Justice Ugo did not come out to say anything concerning the news that we have all been saying. But the Chief Registrar of the Court of Appeal, Umar Mohammed Bangari, said that the information is false, that none of the justices resigned from the Court of Appeal bench. Bangari added that Justice Ugo is still on the panel of justices of the Presidential Election Petition Court, handling the petition by the APM, the Labour Party and the PDP, which is challenging the declaration of Bola Tinubu as the winner of the February 25th presidential election. So guys, Nigerians have been speculating, is this really true? Because we've not heard anything from Justice Ugo. The only person we are hearing from now is the registrar of the appeal court. So we're actually trying to find out, is it true that Justice Ugo has resigned? Is it true that they are actually going through threats? However, we know that definitely these judges are going through threats. That's why we keep saying that all eyes are on the judiciary. And then we expect the judiciary to actually do the right thing this time, so that Nigerians and the world at large are going to have this new mindset concerning our judiciary in Nigeria. Because when you ask the common man in the street concerning the Nigeria judiciary, most persons have lost faith in the judiciary. So we believe that this is an opportunity, this is a chance for the judiciary to do the right thing. So our belief now is that Justice Ugo is still part of the panel that will be judging the presidential election tribunal.
Stuff roiling. The system, the judicial system in particular, reflects a trust deficit that has been long in the making. And it's not one thing. It's not an event. It's a build. It's been a build-up. And I could just highlight some, if you don't mind. I could highlight some landmarks in that trust deficit. If you remember, in 2011, the Chief Justice then, that was Justice Katsina Allo, and the President of the Court of Appeal were caught in some contretemps over the governorship election petition in the Sokoto State governorship election. And there were allegations that the Chief Justice had put pressure on the President of the Court of Appeal to interfere with the decision. In the end, the President of the Court of Appeal was relieved unceremoniously of his office. And that was the first time it broke to Nigerians that these kinds of backroom allegations actually did occur. Now, so working your way from 2011 to now, you will remember that when the Senator Bulkachua said what he said on the floor of the Senate, neither the Chief Justice nor the National Judicial Council said anything. They all ran away. Till now, they have not said a word about that. Instead, Senator Bulkachua has gone to court to sue to say that he has impunity and immunity for what he said he did, having initially tried to walk back what he said. Okay? Now, in all of this, don't forget also that this current Chief Justice visited Rivers State in the heat of the election season and said some things and did some things that a Chief Justice should not be seen to be associated with. And he initially denied that he did it. When the tape came out, the clips came out, his spokesperson started inventing adjectives instead of finding verbs to describe what had happened. The cumulative effect of all of this is that people no longer trust judges. I'm not even going to go into the Lawan and Sokoto South senatorial primaries in the APC decision making, in which, quite honestly, the Supreme Court was egregious. There is no other way to describe that judgment. The point, therefore, is that the judiciary lives with a massive trust deficit. I'm not going to come here now and say I don't believe the Supreme Court and what they said, but the Supreme Court and judges have got to realize that there is a vast trust deficit, and it is up to them to address it properly and transparently.
I mean, is it fair for, whatever has happened, there are allegations against Justice Kadiariwola, the sitting CJN. His predecessor, Justice Tanko, there were allegations against him also about issues of corruption. The CJN before Justice Tanko, you remember what happened. There were also allegations of corruption. And you also mentioned the former CJN, Justice Kasena Alu. I mean, is this mudslinging taken too far? Or
this is not mudslinging, my brother. No, this is not mudslinging, with all due respect. There is no mudslinging. You see, judicial decision-making is not rocket science. Nobody, not even Supreme Court justices, can defend the judgment in the Lawan case. I'm sorry. Not even Supreme Court justices can defend making Hope Uzodinma the governor of Imo State, making the fourth person number one. So we've got to admit there is a problem. There is a problem with judicial credibility. And this credibility crisis arises almost always in party political cases and election petitions. And I said so when I addressed the Ikeja Bar on the 15th of June. It goes back to the 1979 election. Since we have been in the presidential system, judges have increasingly played a role in adjudicating election disputes. Up to 2003, I think it was tolerable. After 2003, we went into a new territory in which judges began to decide who won and lost elections, started adding and subtracting numbers. And with that, the levels of money being thrown at judges in order to buy decisions began to change. The corruption, therefore, and this is not about saying this is about judges alone, because politicians are involved, senior lawyers are involved. The ICPC has in fact certified that this is the case. That there was an ICPC report on this in 2020. So I'm not manufacturing anything here. And judges have a responsibility. It is not mudslinging. People cannot trust the judiciary anymore. That is fact. And there are facts, credibly attested facts, to support that.
And that's a disaster, because the judiciary is supposed to be the hope of the common man.
It could also be the rope that hangs the common man.
So how do we fix this? This is a major problem. When executive has a problem, it should run to the judiciary. When the legislature has a problem, it should run to the judiciary. When the people, the citizens, have a problem, they run to the judiciary. But when you, as a senior lawyer, a professor, and a human rights lawyer, speaks like this, it gives some of us some worry.
I'm not the only person who's spoken like this. Professor Wabweze, who is the oldest and most senior lawyer in Nigeria today, has written this in a book published in 2009. And he said things I cannot even say on national TV, right? It's in a book. I can give you the title and I give you the page 147 of. This was actually in a lecture he delivered at the Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies.
So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please do well to like this video. Please do well to comment your view concerning this matter. And please do well to subscribe to this channel.